Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks. And this is the Tech Travel Geeks side-by-side comparison between Android 12 Developer Preview 1, which was released today for Google Pixel devices, and I have already installed on my Google Pixel 4a, and Android 11 with the usual February security update that Pixel devices tend to get before everyone else. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. Right then, so I went through the setup process and installed Android 12 Developer Preview 1 on my Google Pixel 4a, which is here on the left, just marginally smaller than my Google Pixel 5. And what we're going to do is just walk through some of the key similarities and differences from what we see from the outside as from a user perspective, but also go over some of the key, more geeky and developer-focused features on this version of Android. So just to remind you, on the left we have Android 12 Developer Preview 1, and on the right we have Android 11 on the Google Pixel 5. So I've set both devices to have the same light theme, and just by pulling down the notification shade and the quick buttons, you can see that there's a slight difference in color tone. So where we have gray and blue, we have different shades of blue on the left-hand side. So on Android 12, there's a slight theme difference. And there's overall, from what I can see, a theming going on throughout the settings menus. There is also a marginally different use of space. So for example, if you look at the top search bar in the settings menu, it's a separate entity from my profile or my user section, whereas on Android 11 it's all in one. So there's been a bit of refinement there. You can see that has happened, and the same can be said if you go into a particular setting menu. So these devices are both the same screen resolution, they're full high definition plus. You can see that the space is used a little less efficiently in the Google Pixel 5 on Android 11 because I can still scroll up and down on the battery percentage page. Whereas on the Google Pixel 4 it's all in one place. It's less scrollable, which means it's not scrollable, which means it's easier for screen readers to use. And you can have a look, it may not come through on the camera, but there is that sort of grey-blue, very subtle theming on the menu. So that is a key difference. And there seems to be a slight improvement in the use of space. For example, if you just look at how the full charge lasts and the slight wording difference between the two, despite them both being UK English settings. Now, if we look at, say, the display settings, again, there's been some subtle changes. Both devices still get dark theme. Both devices are by default on the same level of brightness, or almost. Now, the difference here you can see on night light is that whereas on the Google Pixel 5 running Android 11, you have to go in to be able to switch things on. In Android 12 Developer Preview 1, you can toggle that from the menu itself rather than having to go in and turn it on. So again, a really tiny refinement, but shows that Google are really thinking about this stuff. So you have all the same options, nothing groundbreaking here. And the same goes with your About Phone screen. So if you scroll down, you can check the Android version. Both these devices are running the February security update, which is great to see. But rather than being called Android 12, this developer preview is called Android S. So sadly, Google have given up the dessert names for their smartphones. But if we go into the Easter egg, that's the same. So they've kept the Android 11 Easter egg. It's not ready for Easter egg status yet. So you can turn your Android 11 device on up to 11. Now, by default, both devices have gesture navigation. Let's see if there's any difference here if I search for system navigation. Okay, so here we have it. If you want to, you can go back and change your system navigation just as you could on Android 11. If you prefer the 3 buttons at the bottom, you can have those. And so that's nice to see. And again, that light blue difference in the theming is there. One of the rumored upcoming features of Android 11 is theming. So you'll be able to change themes throughout the operating system. But I have to say the default one is very pleasant, very, very close to Android 11 as we know it at the moment. And it has that slight improvement of space usage. Now, if we look at the iconography for the battery and the top of the time, that's pretty much the same. There's pixel tips have popped up on the Google Pixel 4a because this is a new device. But apart from that, I'm not seeing big differences from a user standpoint. One of the key features that comes with Android 12 is the way it handles images. So it's not a big difference, but for many people who use the internet, there's a really key feature, which is how it handles animated GIF or GIF files. I'll let you decide, you tell me if GIF or GIF is the right pronunciation, but it could also be that you are more interested in WebP animated images, which are more of a sort of streamed image type. Great for web. So those two file types have been improved, the way they handle them, as well as supporting AV1 image file format. Apart from that, there's going to be lots of changes to trust and safety and security. That's a big feature of this release. There's a lot of refinement in the background, but I don't believe there's much to talk about from a consumer standpoint at this point. This is, as I said, mainly for developers. I will go back to spending more time with the Google Pixel 4a and having an idea of what that means for users going forward. Anyway, that was a very quick side-by-side Android 12 developer preview 1 versus Android 11. Very little difference to talk about. I just need to set up this device with all the apps that I usually have. If you have any questions or you'd like to know more, feel free to leave us a comment in the section below. If you don't already, please do subscribe to Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. But for now, thank you for watching and goodbye from me.